This one goes out to that special one in my life. You know who you are. You'll always be my holy grail.
Oh my. In my bag full of discs, you would be my father's flyer. When I throw you on something bliss, and showing off on apps and hikes. The way you move. If I could do this for a living, do a little spin, do it again. Look like I'm playing for the win. Oh baby, you're gonna roll, you're gonna slide, you're gonna skip, you're gonna fly. No, miss, I just grab those things and hold them tight. Always for me, baby. Fade your way on over. Always for me, baby. I love the way I throw ya. Come on. Oh my. Got that reed of the wind on that lost island. I ain't happy with it too. Waste again, make it deja vu. My love still grows for my list of pros. If you play your part, I'll never take a part out of KO Park. You're gonna roll, you're gonna slide towards the basket. You're gonna skip, you're gonna glide. Oh no, don't miss. I just grab those things and hold them tight. Oh, ace for me, baby. Fade your way on over. Always for me, baby. I love the way I throw ya. The arrival of the brand new rival, mean arrival for you. And only you. Like Rusty, I don't wanna wait till level 432 when he got you.
Hey Grail, just so you know, I might be pulling you out of my bag. But before I do one more thing. Ace for me. One last time.
Oh, ace for me, baby. Come on, fade your way on over. Oh, ace for me, baby. I love the way I throw you well. Ace for me, my baby. Just fade your way on over. Always for me, my baby. I love the way I throw ya.
What is up, everyone? Let's go. What's up, party people? It is Friday night flights, and we have a great event for you tonight. I can promise you that there has not been a Friday night flights that we have put this much effort into. Myself, Mr. Reese Height, getting ready for you guys to hang out and have a great night. Now, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, Friday Night Flights is our kind of, I don't want to call it instructional because that sounds so lame and shitty. But it's more of like our just hangout, chat Disc Golf Valley, chat technique from a pro's perspective. And for that, we've got our incredible co-host, Reese Height. Each Friday Night Flights episode, he's going to take you through a different topic. He's taken us through some great topics so far. Last time, introduced the world to the MVP discs that dropped into the game and showed us some cool gameplay there. And tonight, he's talking all about wind reeds. What inspired this topic? There was some conversation in the Discord channel, the Global Disc Golf Club Discord channel, and someone asked the question, what separates the best from the rest? What's that thing that like really makes people next level? And a couple people chimed in and they said, it's being able to really consistently read the wind. And Reese 100% agreed with that when I was talking to him about it. And that's why tonight he's going to talk to you a little bit about how to read the wind, how to play into the wind. He's set up an incredible 4-round play along. He's going to play this event while we talk about tonight's theme. He may not play every hole of every round, but the way we're going to do it tonight is instead of doing 4 10-minute rounds, we're going to give you an open 40 minutes once the event starts, where you're going to be able to complete that play along. We're going to give away prizes while we do that. Reese is going to play along with the event and give you guys some incredible tips that I promise you after tonight will help level up your Disc Golf Valley game. And on top of that, we're going to have some great fun. Now, if that was the whole stream, well, let's ask Reese. I mean, Reese, if that was the whole stream, that would be pretty great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it could be better though.
Damn it.
What do you think?
I can't hear you. 1 second. No, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. Talk now. Talk now for a second.
Check 1, check 2.
Yeah. Your mic was fine there. It was just my software. I figured out how to fix it without opening and closing it, which is what I normally do with Mare. So, that's a huge bonus. Yeah, buddy. So, if that was all we had for tonight, that would be a great stream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it could also be better. You know what I mean?
It could be better. So,
it could be.
What we're also going to do with Friday Night Flights every month is try to bring someone in from the real disc golf world to kind of relate some of the stuff we're talking about to their perspective. So another topic that's been going around lately is stuff like sponsorship. What do you do? How do you get sponsored? How do you get discovered? I know a lot of you guys that play in real life have been thinking about that with your real life games. Some top Disc Golf Valley guys like Reese and I were having a conversation about it. I've thought, is there some way out there that I could possibly even get sponsored for hyping up Disc Golf Valley, right? So
Totally.
We've got an incredible Innova ambassador coming to join us tonight. He happens to be a good friend of mine from Peterborough, Ontario. Miles Ladder at Miles of Discs on Instagram, Miles of Discs on YouTube. And Miles is going to be talking to us about just that. What does it take to be a great brand ambassador? What do you do to get yourself discovered? On top of that, producing content is hard. Producing consistent content is even harder. Miles has a content delivery strategy that is unlike many others that I've seen. It's daily. He's producing daily disc golf shorts, which I think hit home really well. And the content's awesome. It's fun. He's a natural presence on screen, which you guys will see tonight. And we're really excited to welcome Miles Ladder. And with Miles, we're excited to welcome the first new Hops and Heiser introduced stamps in quite some time as a tribute to him and his Miles of Discs brand. So we're going to be giving away some great stuff tonight, like our pre-stream prize, Mr. Reese Height. And if you guys didn't see it, the pre-stream keyword in the chat is windy, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit windy. Shout out to one of our main sponsors here. I had to wear the sweater tonight.
Yes, sir.
Latitude
it's a great
64.
Day.
And I
Great day to be a
promise
Lat
you
fan.
guys on an episode of Friday Night Flights. He's not going to be on Brew Sessions. I think specifically because I think the Brew Sessions theme kind of, what's the word that the kids are using these days? Cringe. It's kind of a cringe feeling. It's skibbity toilet. You haven't heard that one, Reese? My kids dropped that one on me the other day. Skibbity toilet.
I don't know about this toilet thing.
Yeah, man. You want to be Sigma. You don't want to be skibbity. That's what I learned the other day from my kids. Friday Night Flights, Sigma.
Yikes.
We're Sigma, y'all.
Okay,
Sigma.
all right. Sounds
Anyways,
brief,
Brew Sessions kind of irks people that don't drink. The idea of promoting it, I think, with their branding and their lifestyle. I got that kind of vibe, and not that vibe, actually. Alden was really direct about that with me. So we're going to continue Brew Sessions, but with people who enjoy a good brew. I think it will collaborate a lot better. We got Simon coming on this month. That man definitely enjoys a good brew. We're going to be able to have some fun with him, but that does not exclude us from bringing some great people on some great streams. And I think bringing Isaac onto Friday Night Flights will be an incredible topic about talking about how he is getting used to throwing brand new discs to him. Things that are new to him, getting used to that field testing, what makes the cut and why. And I think those are all great topics Mr. Reese Height here can talk about on a future episode of Friday Night Flights. How do you build that bag? I know Greg Guthrie, the visionary, I think we should call him, of the Global Disc Golf Club, is re-envisioning the What's in the Bag page. I've heard a couple times. So with that, we could probably bring a good topic to Friday Night Flights about like what's in your bag, how to build the perfect bag with Mr. Isaac Robinson. So we're going to get in touch with him, make sure we can get him on a stream soon. Congratulations to him. I mean, I don't want to brag. I got to hang out with him a little bit this summer when he came into Toronto for
Brandon Stop. Oh my gosh.
the end of a rip. One of you lucky people, I'm pretty sure it's Jesse Martinez, actually. A dual 2x champion collab. Exactly. That's why he's got to be on Friday Night Flights. The 2x champ times the 2x champ. That's 4x champs here on Friday Night Flights. But yeah, I think Jesse Martinez has that signed Berg from all the boys. But that was actually when Miles and I got to hook up, play a practice round together. No spoilers. We'll tell you how that practice round went when Miles comes on tonight. But, yeah. Oh, there goes the notification. Friday Night Flights is back, ladies and gentlemen, at the right time tonight. I also learned how to use this cool feature on Discord, Reese, where instead of putting the time, I can just put this cool timestamp, and it shows up in your local time. So first plug for the evening before we move into our players meeting soon. And this is a plug that I'm going to let Reese tell you a little bit about why you should sign up. Sorry, can't speak right now. I'm going to talk to you just about signing up in general. What am I talking about, ladies and gentlemen? I think Reese has a little bit of an idea what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Val League and Bogey League, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, how do you find out more about Val League and Bogey League? It's the easiest thing in the world. GlobalDiscGolf.club. Your eyes right away get attracted to the brightest color on the page. It's that red bar right across the top of the page there. Tap on sign up, click on sign up, There's a Val League sign-up form. Bogey League is for people that might not get drafted to a Val League team, if I'm correct. Is that right, Reese? So I'm actually going to let Reese tell you a little bit more about Val League and Bogey League and why you should sign up. The 90-second rundown, Reese Height. Let us know.
Okay, Val League is a lot of people's favorite event of the year, and it's because so much of this game is solo play, and this is a team style event. So you have a team of 5 people, there's a captain and 4 people that they draft, and you all work together to play well on some layouts that Greg crafts, and you're sharing lines, you're sharing wind reads. It's really collaborative, and during that whole process, you get to know these people really well. People that you may know the names of, but you've never really got to know. And to be honest, my favorite part through every season has always been just the camaraderie and getting to know these people that always seemed familiar, but I never really knew. So, I still have group chats with these people that I talk to regularly. I think a lot of people feel the same way. It is just a lot of fun, and it's low pressure, but it's competitive, and I think everyone comes away a better player because of it.
And for those of you just joining us, by the way, welcome. Our players meeting is going to start in just a minute. Reese Height's talking right now about Val League, an incredible event put on by Greg. So Reese, for people who don't know what Val League is, you just gave a little bit of an intro. A couple questions they may be asking, I'm going to ask them just because I think it's out there. Number one, how do you qualify to be able to play in Val League?
So the best part is you don't have to qualify. You just have to play in this event that Greg is going to put on. There is a qualifiers, but it's more just to gauge interest. So it's an opportunity to, if you play well in the qualifier, maybe these captains are going to say, oh, who's this guy? Like, maybe I need to draft that person. They finished top 5 or top 10 or whatever. And yeah, you don't even have to be globally ranked. Like, there's people who don't have global rankings that people just know are good and they're going to get drafted.
And what's the cap of players for Val League?
So Val League is 100 players total. That's going to be 80 players drafted with 20 captains. And then there's Bogey League, which is the exact same thing, but the league is expanded to include more people. So it's another 100 people that can all participate and basically do the same thing.
I love JB.
Right?
I love JB saying some people might be bummed out a little bit. I didn't get into Val League. I got to play in Bogey League. But hey, JB was in Bogey League last year, still talks with his team every week. An incredible opportunity. And guarantee you the team that won Bogey League this year will all be on Val League teams.
The people that you would probably recognize, like Bamananam, who else? There's so many people that were on a Bogey League team that are now captains in Val League. So it's a stepping stone. It's the same experience, and it just helps you grow. And I think those people are evidence of that. So participating is really just like a shot at growing your game and having fun and meeting new people. I mean, it's just a bunch of fun. I mean, honestly, it's great.
Hell yeah.
There's no downsides.
That's our plug, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sign up. Reese, do you know off the top of your head, when do signups close for Val League?
I do not know for sure, but you want to get in there.
Get it in, folks.
You want to get in. Yeah.
Get it in. Thank you to Greg Guthrie for all the amazing work he does. These live events are some level of effort to put on, I promise you. But what Greg does is a different level, folks. So show him your appreciation. Sign up. And get ready to have a really good time if you're planning on playing in Val League or Bogey League this year. And with that, Reese Height, it is time for our players meeting. It is time for Friday Night Flights, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by Spinoff Games, Latitude 64, Dizer, Discs, the Hops and Reese Handbook. Everyone be kind. Tonight, we're giving you some insight on how the best pros attack different aspects of the game. Our topic tonight is wind reads. We've got a play-along event. We're going to paste that on the screen as soon as this players meeting is done. and you guys will be able to play along. I'm also going to change the event description and pin it to the top of the YouTube chat right away when that timer starts, so that there's no problems, even for people that watch the video later. Please be active in the chat, listen for some keyword giveaways, and have a fun time. Stay up to date. Latest version of Disc Golf Valley will always give you the best experience in our event. Be a part of our communities. We've got the Hops and Heiser Instagram page with our latest schedule posted, the Disc Golf Valley Players page, and Disc Golf Valley Tips on the Facebook communities. They're the biggest communities for all things Disc Golf Valley. Global Disc Golf Club, they've got their Discord server. They've got their incredible webpage. Thank you again so much to everyone who contributes to this incredible community that is Disc Golf Valley. Our Instagram competition this month, we've got our winter schedule posted. Give it a like, give us a follow, tag a friend, and be eligible for your chance to win some great Hops and Heiser prizes. Speaking of prizes, we've got some incredible ones tonight. Someone that typed Windy in the chat that has liked the stream and subscribed to the channel is going to be eligible for our wheel spin giveaway for the pre-stream. We've got some great prizes, some spin-offs, some special prizes from Hops and Heiser, $25 from Latitude64.se. I think I'll give away a bonus one of those tonight too, so someone can pick up one of those brand new Isaac Rives. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're just going to have a great time tonight, folks. If you win, this is crucial. Send us an email, prizes@hopsandheiser.com. Everyone who won a prize in the Hangin' with Hops stream, the impromptu stream we had last Friday, all your information's been taken down. Charlie will assign those prizes on Sunday of this week along with these. So if you win something tonight, make sure you get in touch as soon as possible so that we can assign those prizes to you this Sunday. Your donations are what keep this stream going, aside from the joy I have putting this stream on for you guys. We really need the support to be able to help continue the great thing that is Hops and Heiser. This stream had a lot of work that's gone into it. January's had a lot of work that's gone into planning. And we're on the brink of getting some bigger sponsors to help the stream financially and help the channel financially. But we still need all the support you guys can give. And for that, we want to give back to you in multitudes. PayPal.me/Hops and Heiser. For a $5 donation, you get a ticket in the draw we do at the end of the stream. For a $20 donation, 5 tickets. But the real value pack, ladies and gentlemen, ask Sasha Rogers, ask Chris Kantz, Crevice Caller in the chat. Ask a lot of great people who have given us some incredible support. The $50 is well worth it. 12 tickets in our draw. We give you some Hops and Heiser goodies, like a Hops and Heiser stamped premium plastic disc. You get to choose the mold. And then we throw in some things like maybe a Hops and Heiser pin, some stickers, some incredible value with that premium plastic disc shipped to you. And again, your support goes such a long way. So thank y'all so much for the support you give. We're giving away a baller prize tonight. I thought these were done. I found 2 more. Hops and Heiser She-Dizer Latitude 64 Explorer. Look at that one, Reese. That is an absolute freaking beauty. I'll show you guys it in person here on the stream tonight, but it's absolutely incredible. That's going to go to the top prize in our donations draw tonight. We got some custom discs. We got some great stuff to give away to some other donors as well. So if you can, please support the stream. PayPal.me/Hops and Heiser. Our event ID tonight. It's not up on the screen right now, but are you guys ready for it? I am going to post the event ID in 1 second here. Gimme. Coming soon. It is no longer coming soon. The event ID is 01ZH4J, ladies and gentlemen. 01ZH4J. Reese's Top Spot, Angle Control, Champions Landing, Front 9, FPO, and the Big Bad Wolf. 40 minutes on the clock. Prize for the top finisher in the play-along. We're also going to give away some random draws to people who play in the play-along. And at the end of 40 minutes, we'll unlock our bonus round and have some fun there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, give me a hell yeah in the chat. No finals tonight, Curly. No finals. Just a fun play-along and then an awesome bonus round and some great times with some great people. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? Hell yeah. In the
Let's
chat.
go.
All right, let's go, Reese Height. And there's no event to unlock because it's already unlocked. We still can't lock events because someone was trolling them. I got to give Dan Sackett the biggest shout out in the world because Dan right now is working with Charlie Weavery to incorporate a login on his metrics page for people that are authorized to use that unlock tool so that we can use it again in the future. So for now, events will always be unlocked. This is why we're withholding event IDs until the events start. Last week was a bit of a nightmare. I got chewed out like crazy in the YouTube comments. Why did you not post the ID? I can't see the ID. Where's the ID? I didn't realize because I didn't put it in the description, people couldn't see it. So they couldn't see the chat. They could only see the comments. So it's in the description now, folks. I'll make sure I put it in the comments after the stream as well. But we also have it on the screen, which should help people out. And I'm about to pin it to the top of our chat.
Extra credit, man. Good job. Good luck not finding that code now.
There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, I even did it right. Tonight's bonus event is coming soon. We'll tell you soon.
Good job.
All right. Reese Height.
Yo.
2 camps plus gameplay. Reese Height is streaming Disc Golf Valley. Excellent.
I sure am.
I've got
Check me
to,
out.
where the fudge is my Twitch. Refresh. There we go, ladies and gents. Stinger away. And there is Mr. Reese Height.
Peekaboo.
And his available events. Take us into Reese's top spot. And let's get started, Reese. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the wind?
So there's a few people who really wanted to know. Maybe I say a few. There's a lot of people who want to know how the wind actually works in the game. And unfortunately, I don't have an exact answer for that. But the thing that is really interesting, and if you play this game, you've probably already internalized this and you don't think about it. But wind in Disc Golf Valley is 2-dimensional. It is not 3-dimensional. So for example, I'm throwing downhill here. Say there was like a 3 headwind or something, right? A 3 headwind throwing downhill does not push the flight plate down in the game, right? A headwind is always lifting, and then a headwind is like slowing your disc down eventually, right? So if you have a putt downhill and it's a headwind, you're getting lift. You're not getting pummeled into the ground as if it was real life. If you're doing an uphill putt, same amount of lift. So it's nice because it's a little less to remember. All you have to kind of know is your aim points and power for a headwind and distance, and that's going to get you a long way. So that's the first thing to know. Wind is 2-dimensional. It's a little bit of a mental trick you have to teach yourself, but if you already know, then you're kind of like, oh yeah, duh. Like I never really thought about that before. And I'll just go ahead and say, if you want to dig deeper on this, Stever, who you probably know, he's #1 in the global rankings right now. He has a great explanation video on YouTube. I can put the link in the Discord, I can put the link in the YouTube chat right now for y'all to check out later. Obviously, you don't want to look at that right now because we got better things to do. But wind being 2 dimensions is huge. And the effect of wind is going to vary based on distance. So like, kind of like what I'm saying, in a headwind, if you're putting from 60 feet, you're going to get a ton of lift. But a headwind from, like maybe this hole, for example, 290 feet, you're going to get lift initially, but then you're going to fall a little short, right? Again, probably something you've already like known is the case, but yeah, so you need to adjust based on height. And then let's see. Oof. The opposite of that is tailwinds, right? So a headwind gives initial lift, and then eventually your disc is going to be a little shorter, and depending on maybe if it's just a straight head, it's going to turn a little bit more. A tailwind is going to make you fade out a little bit harder. I'm waiting to get some of these winds so I can show you. So far, nothing's very windy. So This is
Maybe
the
play
first
through
thing I
this
want to.
play through this whole really quick, Reese, if you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our first giveaway, actually.
Okay,
Because
love it.
we did not do our first keyword giveaway. And we've got a beautiful
Nice.
115 people that are eligible for our first giveaway, which was windy, ladies and gentlemen, because it's windy tonight here on. Well, Reese wants it to be windier so we can show you some stuff. A little bit of a drum roll.
Come on.
Flipper Picker, ladies and gentlemen. Flipper Picker is our winner. Congratulations, Flipper Picker. You get to spin that wheel.
Wow.
That was a good one, no?
That was good, man. You had me guessing.
I thought it was
I
pretty
didn't know where the voice was coming from.
I thought that was pretty good. Flipper Picker, ladies and gentlemen. We got some great prizes on here tonight. Orbit Ice Accurate Sticky River. Hops Retro Friday Night Flight Warship. Miles of Discs Orbit Svea. Ooh. In-game packs. Charlie Weeberry's Mystery Madness. Custom Hops discs.
It's the good stuff.
Lots of good prizes. Let's see what's going down for Flipper Picker. Here we go.
Big money, big money, big money.
An in-game pack, ladies and gentlemen. Flipper Picker, congratulations. Pick any in-game pack. The only in-game pack, ladies and gentlemen, that you cannot choose, and I'll show you right now when you go to the pro shop here, is the Starter Value Bundle. The Starter Value Bundle is kind of like hard-coded into the game, so it's not something you can choose that they can assign to you. So any in-game pack, except that Starter Value Bundle. I need your player ID. How do you get that, folks? Great time for me to show you. Settings menu, top right corner. Tap on account. Tap on copy player ID. It'll tell you it's copied. You can paste that in an email to me. Prizes at hopsandheiser.com. Back to downtown and Mr. Reese Height.
Peekaboo. Here I am. Cool. So headwinds add lift, tailwinds also add lift, and increase fade. So I'm going to show you guys just a quick kind of shot selection choice I'm going to make here. So generally I'd be going Sapphire, right? Maybe default aim, and I would be scared of going left. Part of playing with the wind is knowing your miss, right? So you want to know where the wind is pushing you. This wind is pushing me on hyzer towards the OB. So how am I going to account for that? I could do it a few different ways. Powering down the disc is a great way to let the wind carry you. Generally adjusting your aim a little bit, which, y'all are going to say, duh, but, how do you adjust your aim to account for wind? Aiming higher means you fade out more. So you can just aim lower and really just make it simple like that. You don't have to hyperanalyze sometimes. And then this wind is going to be pushing us towards the green. So I'm just going to be going out here to the side. I can give it height again to let the wind kind of help it fade in this instance, whereas maybe before I didn't want it to fade too much. Now I'm pretty cool with it just fading out a ton so that it gets me in bounds.
Reese, we need another keyword here. What are we going to make it?
Oh, man. Maybe tail, right? For a tailwind?
Love it. T-A-I-L. Tail, ladies and gentlemen. T-A-I-L. Tail for that tailwind. Tail in the chat.
Could have been head.
Could have been head. Instead, he chose tail. Don't know what that tells you about Reese.
You're welcome.
What I do want to do, Reese, though, is actually take a quick little break. We're going to have a lot of time to talk about the wind here tonight on Friday Night Flights, but we also have a special guest this evening.
Ooh.
So our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, hails from Peterborough, Ontario. His name is Miles Ladder. He goes by Miles of Discs. And instead of telling you all about him, I'm going to let him do that. But before he comes on here, we've got a quick little intro. We're going to play that, and we'll see y'all in just 1 second. Here we go.
Now, if you're anything like me, you love getting discs in the mail. And that's why mystery boxes, Gyropalooza boxes, and the Discmania black and red boxes are so fascinating. But are they worth it? We're going to dive into what I got in my Innova Misprint Tour Series mystery box, and we're going to talk about whether or not it's worth it. First, I just want to say thanks for all the love on the YouTube channel lately. You guys have been killing it. We're almost at 600 subscribers, so if you're enjoying this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button so you know things are coming through. And as always, I appreciate all the love and support.
Oh my God. It's the same guy, ladies and gentlemen.
We're here. We're in the space.
What's up?
What is up, Miles? How are you, sir? I'm going to let you take the first couple minutes of this time together and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Oh my goodness. I don't even think I was ready for a question off the bat. Good to see you both. Happy to be here. Thank you so much. It's weird. I'm like watching the live stream on my one screen here, and I know I should be looking at the camera. So
yeah, don't watch yourself. Just listen to us and look at your phone, and you can watch the stream back later, and you'll be much happier that you weren't just watching it the whole time.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I want to make sure I don't miss any of the comments. So hey, Ashley, I'm just gonna do a quick shout out there.
Don't worry, Reese has got you for that. Reese will be the guy watching the chat for you. So
your comments are.
We won't miss anything. You hail from Peterborough, Ontario. Are you a lifer right now? Were you born there? Where do you come from? Tell us a little bit about pre-disc golf, Miles.
Yeah, I'm almost embarrassed to say that I'm actually a Lindsayite. I'm from Lindsay. And then when I went to school, sorry if anybody's from Lindsay, when I went to school at Trent, I pretty much never left. So I've been living in Peterborough now, oh gosh, I don't even know, almost, I think 14 years or something like that. So yeah, I've been here for quite some time. And honestly, like, for whatever reason, I mean, I wasn't too into disc golf early on, but I'm in like the mecca when it comes to like Ontario disc golf. So I'm so happy that I decided to stick around.
And it's insane because, and we'll talk about that a little bit as we go on, but you guys don't even understand like where Miles is from has turned into a place where the #1 rated disc golf course in all of Ontario last year by the players exists. It's called Project 15. It's a home course, and it was a passion project of an incredible man named Gabe Robinson. Actually used to play CFL football for the Toronto Argonauts. He built this insane course on his property, which has turned into one of the most loved courses in all of our province. If that's not enough, we got a great guy. I'll give him a shout out too, Dan Baynard, who reached out to his brother-in-law and was like, hey, you got this beautiful farm property. What are you doing with it? Can I put 18 holes of disc golf on it? And,
naturally, yeah.
And built an incredible course known as Cedar Creek. We've got Newcastle, which is on a golf course out there, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then Hoko, which you guys know about, which the Innova Rip was held on last year. So, Miles, I think you are at the most probably within about a 40-minute drive of all 4 of those courses.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like those are just the private ones. Like even the public ones that we have, like Riverview in town and Tass, like some of the like I wouldn't call them championship courses by any means, but the fact that there's just so many around here is unbelievable.
That's amazing. So what got you into disc golf? Was it friends? Was it family? Was it watching it? Was it being at the famous Peterborough Zoo and seeing people throwing these plastic things at baskets? Yes, the Peterborough Disc Golf Course is located on the property of the zoo.
That's amazing.
Which is pretty freaking awesome. The legend of this course is that in the winter, you get to play all 18 holes. And in the summer, when the zoo is open, they close the holes on the side where the zoo is, and then it's like a 2 9-hole loop, right, Miles?
Yeah, like they usually add 2 baskets, so it's like 1 tee, 2 baskets. So there still is like an 18, but it's called the extended layout, and in the winter it gets so much better. Like it's a totally different course in that regard. It's 10 times better.
I love it. It's such a fun course to play. Absolutely.
Yeah, but getting back to your question about like how I got started, I need to do another shout out here to some of the OGs that got me into the sport, which was Marge McDonald, Ryan McDonald, Doug Story, and sorry, it was Ryan Gorman, Marge McDonald, and Jamie McDonald, and they kind of took me out. And this was when I was maybe like 19. They took me out to this course. They gave me a disc. They gave me some pointers. Everything I threw went left, hard left. Just like everybody else, I was absolutely atrocious, and I didn't really pick it up again for a while. I bought like a beginner's pack, and I would play maybe once or twice a summer with some buddies, but I didn't really get into it again until COVID. Probably 80% of the people that might be out there right now. And then I just became obsessed. Like, one of the things, for better or for worse, if I get into something, I'm 100% in, and disc golf has kind of just taken over that. I used to go out and play with Mike Etchenko, another awesome player from Peterborough, all the time. And then I moved to Lindsay for a brief stint, and there was a disc golf course that was right down the road from me that I could walk to all the time. And that's kind of what started it. And then obviously it's blown up into this ridiculous obsession where I have a dedicated corner in my basement to just storing discs and making videos and all the other ridiculous stuff that, I was out videotaping stuff for content today, losing discs in the snow, because that's how obsessed I am with it right now.
Bonus event ID, sorry to interrupt. Firefox will be out once we start the bonus round in about 30 minutes from now. So you guys can wait for that soon. And then the bonus round will drop. That Lindsay course is one of my favorites to play with the family, because that train is the most fun thing in the world for the kids to play on. That can keep them occupied for the entire hour it takes me to run through that course twice. It's a small 9-hole course, but don't let it fool you. Some of the lines are a little bit tricky. It's a lot of fun. So that's the cool thing about Peterborough Disc Golf, is even Hamilton Park. It's short, it's 9 holes, but they're good lines. It's good golf lines around that area, and that's because those courses are designed by great people. We're leaving out a course we haven't even talked about, which, to be honest, is, when it's in its prime shape, my number one, even over P15, and that's the Viamede Resort, ladies and gentlemen.
I knew that was coming. That's an unbelievable course as well too. Huge shout out to Jared Craig, who's designer of that course and helped design P15 as well too. Like, he's got such a good eye for those types of lines, especially in those wooded areas. And Viamede is tight wooded golf. Like, it's tight.
Oh yeah. They're saying your Canadian accent, Miles, is top notch here. They love it. The fans love it.
I get that all the time. Every time I say about or whatever, it's just all the comments. It's just a boot, a boot, a boot. It is what it is.
So that's how Miles got into disc golf. Little picture here for you guys. This is me and Miles here this summer at Hoko with the Transformer, just before the big tournament there. We got to practice. Now Miles and all levels from M1 and above played from the gold layout, which is NFJ. If you don't know what that stands for, it's no fucking joke. The gold layouts at Hogoat are crazy. They're making them even harder for the pros next year, and they actually announced that it's going to be called the Canadian Open next year. It's going to be through those 4 courses we just talked about in the Peterborough area. And I know some awesome pros have already thought about signing up and adding that to their tour schedule in September 2025, which is super exciting. So I'm going to let Reese ask you a couple questions, Miles, framed around your sponsorship. Because as we know, we advertised, you are an Innova advocate, which is ambassador, which is absolutely freaking awesome. This is your second or third year doing that.
This is, I'm now part of my second year of part of that team. Yeah. Amazing.
And Reese is really interested in that because, he's been asking questions about how he could do something along the line. So Reese, I'm gonna hand it off to you, buddy, and we can let you ask Miles a couple questions about the ambassador game.
Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, it's really interesting to me. Disc Golf Valley is a smaller community than the greater disc golf community is, right? So all the work you put in your content, I mean, it's really inspiring to see someone as passionate as you, to be honest, with how much you care about it. And I know that's probably independent of a sponsorship. Like, you're going to do that regardless of whether you're sponsored or not, right? But what are you doing to really set yourself apart? Because in a sense, you're marketing yourself to these companies, right? It's a back and forth. How are you doing that? Like, how are you setting yourself apart?
Yeah, that's a good question. and I think you kind of nailed it there with, you have to set yourself apart because I think we're close to 300,000 PDGA members now, which is
That's
mind-boggling.
nuts. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. So if you think about it, there's 300,000 people out there that are actually PDGA members. There's probably, 500,000 people that are playing the game, if not more. I think in 2022, it was something like there was 3 to 5 disc golf courses built every single day. So there's tons of people in the game, and you have to set yourself apart. And one of the interesting things about disc golf itself too is that you have to brand yourself like so aggressively because you just get kind of washed away. So I think that's what started kind of the sponsorship role, was I just started kind of branding myself a little bit differently. And then all of it was really through maybe spoiler alert, I'm not that good at disc golf. I think most people know that, which is totally okay. You don't have to be the best to be sponsored, especially if you're going to be an ambassador. But what you need to do is just like represent yourself and your community at a very professional level, and give back as much as you can. So, early on, I was helping run leagues and running putting events, and now I'm running winter putting leagues and helping run summer leagues, and tournament directors, you name it. Like, it's really getting involved in the community and just trying to make sure that like you're doing that as professionally as you can.
That's great. So
sorry, Reese, I put myself on mute for a second. I don't mean to interrupt. Just, we had a question in the chat, and I promised Miles we wouldn't let those go unidentified. Westy wanted to ask, is that how you found you positioned yourself when you first went to be an Innova ambassador? Did you sell yourself based on the work you were doing in your community and the things you were doing to kind of like grow the sport in the area around you? And what was the process like? Was it a video application? Was it a written application? What did you have to do for the Innova ambassador team?
Yeah, great questions. So at that point, I think I'd already done some sponsorships with like Flight Towel, and Putt Confidently. There might have been a couple others as well too. So I kind of knew how to position myself when you're approaching a manufacturer or a company and you want to get sponsored. And the biggest thing, I mean, hands down, like a company that's going to sponsor you wants to know what value you're bringing to them. So you have to have something. And maybe you're an unbelievable player and you're winning all these tournaments. Sweet, go with that and just like hammer that out. Say, I'm going to represent you. I'm winning these tournaments, and these are the types of tournaments that I'm going to be going to. A tiers, Q series, pro tours. That's what they want to see. In my case, because I am very much an amateur golfer, it was, I have this many followers, I have, this amount of reach. This is kind of what my content calendar is going to look like in the next year. And with Innova in particular, they're tricky. They don't just open up an application or anything like that. What's interesting right now is Innova Europe is actually hosting a tournament. And that's how you can become a sponsored athlete, like an ambassador through Innova, which is so cool. I think like first place in that tournament gets their own like signature disc. Like,
it's like an ambassador combine. Cool. I love it.
So cool.
Wild.
So cool.
Beast,
but for
Beast
me,
Games,
was,
Innova.
it's so cool. But yeah, for me, it was an email into, like I think it was like it's right on the website. There's like an application for it, but it just gives you an email. So then from there, it's about really selling yourself and why, why should a brand, or what value are you bringing to that brand, and then how will you use that value to also kind of boost yourself up as well too.
Man, I love that so much. Miles is gonna hang around till the end of the stream tonight, and we're gonna go back to a little bit of Mr. Reese Heights gameplay here as we continue to talk a little bit about the win. But before we do that, we got a giveaway to do. So we're going to do our giveaway, and then we're going to get Miles to give us our next keyword, because that is the honor of the person who comes on the stream as guest all the time. So like keyword giveaway first. We're going to get everyone up on the screen. We're going to do a drum roll, and our winner of the tail giveaway, Basket Assassin. Some new winners tonight. I'm liking this. Nice. We had Pickler or something. Pickler. I don't know. Tickler. And Basket Assassin. It wasn't Tickler. I don't know what it was.
Yikes.
That's why you guys love coming here.
That's why
it
Miles
was
chooses the keyword
Flipper Picker. Sorry. That Flipper Picker Tickler, Pickler, and the Basket Ass. That's the first two winners, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to spin that wheel. What do we think we're going to get here? I really want to see a Weeberry's mystery because he's been giving out some pretty awesome stuff lately. Let's spin it for you, Basket Assassin. What do we got? Oh, Retro Warship. That is a sweet prize. You choose the attributes.
That's huge.
You choose the attributes. No water skip. Any standard attributes for this beautiful warship. Basket Assassin. Send me your player ID. You get that from the settings menu, from the account menu, and then copy player ID. Prizes at Hops and Heiser.com. Probably .com. That's the one that'll work. So prizes at hopsandheiser.com. And it's your turn, Miles. You had all this time to think. I gave you so much stall time.
Wow.
What is our keyword going to be?
Our keyword tonight is going to be Mod Squad. MODSQUAD. Mod Squad.
Love it. With a space, ladies and gentlemen, Mod Squad. The winner of that on top of their wheel spin, ladies and gents, is going to win something really special. A look at the scorecard of the round between Miles and myself this summer. This isn't actually the prize, but this is the scorecard. I mean, I beat it by 1 stroke, folks. And that plus 15 and plus 16 is no joke, okay? That on UDisc was a 197 rated round, which is like close to a 900 rated round at 15 over. Plus, shout out to me, okay? To me. I was like 6 strokes down on Miles going into the back 9. I played maybe the worst front 9 of disc golf I've ever played. I was about to throw my bag into the woods and just leave. And Miles did not get worse. I just got better.
Wow. You cleaned up. I mean,
remembered
you just
how
had an
to play
unbelievable
disc
back
golf
nine.
again. The Discraft Drive, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, thank you, Paige Pierce. But yeah, that's what a 900 rated plus 15 looks like at Hoke Goat. No, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the next wheel spin on top of their wheel spin is going to get one of these.
Let's see it.
Are miles of discs.
Yes.
Accurate win
Let's
break.
go.
Yeah. These are in the game. We got purple, we got green, and we got white and blue. You can choose from those beautiful colors. They are so sexy, ladies and gentlemen.
Those are so
thank you to
cool.
Charlie for getting that in. That is Miles's logo, and it's really cool to have that in Disc Golf Valley. So we're going to be giving that out tonight to the winners of some of our awesome stuff. So that is what is going on. Oh, you know what? It's actually not going to be on a Svea. You can choose your mid-range
No way.
and your attributes, ladies and gentlemen, because we know not
Use
everyone
game.
uses the Svea. So keyword was Mod Squad. Mod Squad in the chat. Reese Height.
Yo.
What we going to do when the wind comes for you?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to persevere. Let's get into it. Okay, we're in angle control. So here, I'm going to get on to some general tips here. I think y'all have enough of me waxing poetic about wind. So I think the biggest tip I have, and I've touched on this, some of these are going to be kind of like crossover tips from just other things that I've talked about, but I think the biggest one is if you face a wind you don't know, just don't can your normal play. Like, you want to do a variation of your normal play. I know Boyka thinks, when wind comes, it's him, but what I'm talking about is actually just wind on the course.
Yeah, we got you back, Miles. Sorry, I didn't have a Twitch screen set up with 3 people on it, so we do now. So now you're here, hanging out with us.
Good.
Perfect. That's awesome.
We need
Yeah,
2
buddy.
mustaches on stream.
Yes, it's
For
the
sure.
mustache overpowers the 11:30 p.m. shadow.
Mustache plus strong Canadian accent is profit for sure.
Oh, Any South Park references are good for me, Reese. Any South Park references are good for me.
Love it.
The elves are the best, man.
Oh my gosh. So
bonus
so, yeah.
event ID, sorry, Ryan, will be coming out as soon as we're done our play along and hang out here. So back to you, Reese. Sorry about that.
You're fine, dude. So, okay, this is a perfect, I was waiting for just an absolute like poo-poo wind, and this is it. So we don't want to wing it in wind. That is going to be the tip. If we're not winging it in wind, what does that mean? If you ever just come into a situation where you're like, what the heck do I do? You do not want to try and make up something on the spot. What you want to do is rely on a past experience and think it through. This is a really difficult hole, so this may not be the best example because something bad just might happen no matter what. But we're going to think about, what do I normally do on this hole and how can I make it work for this wind if it's possible? So normally I'm aiming here with an Enigma. This is a flippy disc, which is not preferable. So in this wind, it's going to flip and then come back. This wind is pushing it pretty hard to the right. So just a kind of easy thing you can do, you know, what kind of adjustments can I make? Could I power it down to make it more stable, which is something I love to do, but I don't think it's going to work here because I need to clear the water. Can I use height to make it more stable? I possibly could do that. That is a good option. Can I aim differently to account for the wind? That might be what I end up doing here. To account for the wind, I could just aim further left and trust the height that I have, and that might work well. Or I could keep the same aim point and just change my disc selection. So keeping my aim here and going arrive, I think might work out really well for me because the wind is going to push it and it's going to come back. So I'm just going to trust here. I'm going to aim a little lower just to push forward. This is not hopefully gonna, I did make it, but this ledge is gonna kind of mess me up a little bit.
And we got a woe light, ladies and gentlemen.
Not the best, but that's okay. So this is
okay.
You know,
we got the point there. So would you rather change your disc selection in the wind than change your aim point? And Miles, want to ask you the same question. It's windy. You got a strong right to left wind. Not headwind, not tailwind. Are you picking a less stable disc, or are you aiming further right and letting the disc come into play? What are you doing, Reese, in the game?
see, it's kind of tough because, see, this is like the other kind of possible option I laid out, and I just missed that tree. I think it's an educated guess, which is, I think, just always what's going to happen is you have to use your judgment to make your best educated guess, you know, and you're weighing that educated guess against what could possibly go wrong and your own experience. And so I think at the end of the day, you commit and then you learn from your mistake. And then hopefully that in turn will influence your decisions in like a later round, right? So like I would have got a par on this hole, and that's okay because, you know, you aren't always going to guess right. And then the next time this hole in wind pops up, I'm going to remember that one time that I screwed it up really bad going rive, and I won't do that. Or if I do, I'll know how to adjust, hopefully. So I think kind of just keeping those things in your mind does help a lot. It helps me, at least, you know.
What about you, Miles? What are you thinking about when you got those stronger winds? Are you thinking about your disc selection? Are you thinking about your aim? What gets in your head?
I'm thinking more like nose angle, and obviously like whether or not you want to use that wind to help push the disc or not. So if you're going overstable, obviously that's going to show the flight plate of the disc, if that right to left, and so that's going to push that disc to the left, quite like, you know, extra fade basically is what you're looking at. Whereas if you go too understable, it'll make that disc drop really quickly because it's showing kind of that nose angle, that side angle down onto that. So it kind of just depends on what the hole requires you to do. But in those situations, like I'm probably going to throw something that's pretty neutral in flight, and try and make sure that I keep that nose angle down so that there isn't too much of a flight plate that's showing, and also not too understable so that it's getting pushed down.
So I love that. For me, the only wind I'm changing my disc choice is a headwind. I don't mind. I like to throw understable discs. I like to throw on a hyzer release. It works really well with my form. And I like to let the disc flip up. So what happens for me is if I have a tailwind, awesome. It means my understable discs are going to ride, and I don't have to put them in as much hyzer. I could throw them a little bit flatter, and they'll get that turn, and they'll really push with the wind. Left to right to left, I'm not too concerned. But when I get a headwind, that's when the disc choice changes. That's when I'm definitely disking up, not in speed, but in stability. That's when instead of throwing Undertaker for my 9-speed disc, I'm going to reach to an Onyx, maybe move up to a 10-speed and throw something a little bit more stable. If we're talking about Latitude 64 discs, we're talking about something like instead of throwing like a Saint, or instead of throwing like, if you're throwing an 11-speed disc, instead of throwing a Grace, you're going to move into something probably closer to like a Rive, right? Disc up, something that's going to give you a bit more fade. Innova discs, same thing. You want to make sure you're going from something like a Wraith and you get that headwind and that Wraith's going to flip too much. You can move into a beefier 11-speed, but most people will just pick their Destroyer out of their bag for that situation, right? So disc up, headwind for me is the most crucial. Aside from that, I really like to play around with disc angle. I really like to play around with aim point, because my goal and what's really helped elevate my game over the last couple of years is just consistent release to an aim point every single time. Not trying to switch my body movement or my angle or my motion. Is just, do I want to release it on hyzer or flat, and where do I want to throw it, and moving that momentum forward. So you don't have to think too much about momentum when you're playing virtually here, Reese. But all that stuff does come into account. We got a really shitty one here. So
this is bad.
What are we thinking about?
So this kind of brings me into another tip, which I'm gonna break my own rule here. So there's just a lot of things that I can do to account for wind, but one of those is letting your disc fade into the wind. So what do I mean by that? You see how this is, if I was to throw a backhand, this wind is pushing hyzer, it's ahead and it's right to left. So if I go glide skip Rive or even Sapphire, it's going to be pushing me to OB, and it's going to be shortening it up, and it's really putting me in danger, right? And so it's harder to predict what a disc will do with a wind pushing you as the disc is fading out. So what you can do, if you go forehand, or again, the fade of a forehand is pushing into the wind, it's going to help it keep straight. And that is going to, versus this disc getting pushed offline too much, well, there you go, right? It's act like that didn't happen. Versus this disc getting pushed too far offline by the headwind, it is pushing into the headwind, and it's yielding a net straight flight, which is a lot more predictable than if I was trying to push distance in this headwind. And let's say I just went like skip fairway here to try and push further up. This is like pushing really close to OB. It's a lot sketchier of a shot. Personally.
Sorry. Boyka says, this is how Boyka talks, this guy sucks. I wouldn't be on his Valig team. Sorry, I had to do that. Sorry, Boyka.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. Wouldn't be on his Valig team. Join me instead. Boyka, also known as penis emoji, also known as wind emoji, also known as
His pseudonyms are very telling, aren't they? Yeah.
That's exactly how he sounds. John Whitehead, I thought you'd like that. I thought you specifically Panay.
Panay.
Sorry, Miles, you have no idea the inside jokes. His name's Kanai. His name was wiener emoji for a while, and someone just called him Panay. So I think that's pretty fantastic. Sorry.
Savage. And yeah, your Valig teammates have to be your friend, so he's wrong there too. Ooh. They can't think worse of you. You're drafting your own friends, basically. Anyways. So now that we had this flawless approach shot, now we're looking to drive the green, right? So what I was just saying is you want to fade into the wind. We can't really do that with a forehand here because we're continuing with these trees. But what we can do to account for the wind is throw a flippier disc so that it does not fade out as hard. So this is a similar line I would be using with my overstable kind of driver here. But I'm going to be going understable. This wind is going to help it stay versus it flipping over. It's going to stay straight. Let's see if I'm going to eat crow here again. No, look at that. I know what I'm talking about. And it's just going to almost fly the exact same as my overstable disc did, but in that 3 wind. So disc choice, again, on a similar line, can simplify something that may be kind of a harder shot.
Reese, you're the man, and you want to know who else is the man? I'm going to let you know.
Who?
I'm going to let you know who it is right now.
Who is it?
It's Mr. Ezra Lawrence and Mr. Ezra Height. And
Oh,
Severin, 50 down. Right as the timer expires, Severin, you got in there. 3 people with 50 down. Zin the Zinny, Ezra Height, Severin, the winners of our prelims. And you know what I want to do tonight to celebrate Isaac Robinson
Selly the Ezzy.
signing with Latitude 64 is I want to give away a $25 Latitude 64 gift card to all 3 of those people who finished at 50 down by the time that timer expired, because that is a ridiculous score, number 1, over 4 rounds with the wind. So Zin the Zinny, Ezra Height, Severin, congratulations. You are our play-along winners. You have won $25 gift cards, each of you, to latitude64.se. I hope, maybe at least one of you will buy one of those new Isaac Robinson Rives. That's $25 US, by the way, which goes a pretty long way on the Latitude 64 site. So enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done. We're not close to done tonight. We're going to take a couple minutes now. We're going to talk to Miles with no pressure of bonus rounds, that kind of stuff. Please do not leave. We have an amazing bonus round tonight. We're going to unlock the bonus round at 10:30. That's in 11 minutes. Until then, we're just going to hang out, chat for a little bit. The bonus round tonight is called Elite Par. We've got White Knuckle Ride and we've got Heaven. 2 incredibly tough layouts. 23 down or better is known as Elite Par. If you score that tonight, you are going to score yourself an incredible Reese Heights stock stamp disc. Winner of the Elite Par bonus round is going to get a Reese Heights stock stamp custom disc. And 15 random people who will participate are going to get a Miles of Discs accurate windbreak Svea, ladies and gentlemen. So we got some incredible prizes that are going to go out just for participating in our Elite Par round. We're going to release the bonus code round in 10 minutes. So with that said, we got 10 minutes to talk to Miles. Just before we do, we got a giveaway to do, ladies and gentlemen. That giveaway was Miles's keyword of Mod Squad. Does that have some significance, Miles? Is that the name of the crew that you play disc golf with, or?
It's a shout out to like the OG group of friends that I'm in a chat group with, and it's going to build into this community that I'm making online. So it'll be a Patreon community.
Love it.
Discord community. So it's growing, but the OG crew, that's a shout out to them.
A message from the government of Canada.
Yes, it was a message from the government of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. It's rolling. And our winner, Anthony Genrich, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Genrich seemed a little disappointed there wasn't a final tonight. You won a wheel spin, so don't worry about it, Anthony. Congratulations to you. Anthony, it's time to spin that.
I was ready for it that time.
That was a good one that time. Anthony. Anthony Genrich. I was going to say hope I didn't pronounce it wrong, but it's got to be right. One of those 2 ways. Congratulations, Anthony. I'm supposed to be on my iPad here. There we go. Let's spin it. Let's spin it for Anthony.
It has to be the Miles of Disc disc, right? It has to be.
Oh, shit. Oh, so close. Oh, you got it. You nailed it, Miles. It's a Miles of Disc Orbit Sphere.
That's too perfect. Let's
what we're
go.
Gonna make that, Anthony, is we're going to make it, just because it's a wheel spin, we're going to make that a Miles of Discs Orbit mid-range. As long as you email me ASAP with your choice of mid-range and attributes, we can make it whatever mid-range you use because it looks sweet. Whatever color, the 3 colors we have again are anyone who wins a Miles of Disc, purple, green, and blue. So let me know purple, green, or blue. But Anthony Genrich, I'm going to say it both ways every time just so I can't get it wrong, won the first Miles of Discs disc. There we go. Speaking of Miles of Discs, I think it's a perfect segue into asking you a couple more questions, Miles. So my question for you is, you have, I want to call it unique in the disc golf world. It's a really great marketing content for a lot of people who are really popular on TikTok and that kind of stuff. And it's releasing frequent daily content. It's proven to drive engagement. It's proven to have more eyes. It's also proven to put a lot of stress on the person who's creating that content. So tell us a little bit about what your creative process is like. Are you editing a video every day? How many videos are you banking? What does filming them look like for you? And how have you figured out how to do that in a way that isn't a ton of extra stress on top of the fact that you have a regular full-time job on top of all of this great disc golf and ambassador stuff, which, you know, I know a lot about too outside of this Hops and Reese world. So how do you make it work for Miles?
It's a good question, and honestly, I could probably do a better job of actually organizing my time and probably spending some more quality time with my wife. But I will say that the batch editing or batch filming is definitely like the only way to go. So a great example is the New Mold Monday series. There's always at least 3 throws in there, right? Where I'm showing in a field, I'm showing what a disc does when it's thrown flat on hyzer and on anhyzer. So I'll always grab a stack of discs and I'll go out and I'll throw those discs on those angles and film them all on the same go. And then I'll do the actual in studio. Again, my studio is literally the corner of my basement, but I'll do the in studio portions, sometimes the morning of, usually the night before, but sometimes I do a bunch of them. Like right now on my phone, it has no capacity. It's full of stuff. And today I was out filming for the New Mold Monday series because I didn't have any new molds. That was the problem, was because of the Canada Post strike, nothing came to me. So I've been waiting for this, shipment of 25 discs from Innova for months, and it just couldn't get to me. So it finally came in. So I was out there filming today. But yeah, usually it's something along the lines of having some things that are already kind of backlogged and on my phone, kind of ready to go. Sometimes I edit them in the morning, usually, the night before, on the weekend before. But having a strategy, especially with these different series that I'm running, like Terminology Tuesday as well too, that's a consistent weekly thing that I know that I'm going to do and can easily come up with something. Even if it has to be the morning of, I can usually come up with something, but typically I'm a little bit more organized than that.
I love that. Reese, do you have anything to add on to that question, buddy?
I really don't know. I just want to keep listening and learning,
So I got a couple more questions then. So as a content creator myself, I find the hardest part about creating content, and segue to next week's Friday Night Flights topic, folks. By the way, Reese, thank you so much for talking to us about win reads. We'll make sure we do a little summary and rundown at the end of the stream. I made some notes while you were talking earlier, so we'll do the Hops' rundown at the end of Friday Night Flights now to make sure we captured everything for win reads. But next month on Friday Night Flights, we're actually going to talk about something I think plagues all of us as disc golfers all the time, which is bad breaks and mental blocks.
Yeah.
And as a creative, something that plagues me more than anything is the latter part of that. The mental blocks. Ladder, haha, that's your last name. Anyways,
You can tell you're a dad.
mental blocks as a creator are so tough to overcome. It's like the wall you hit when you're running a marathon. What do you do when you can't think of new ideas, when it feels like it's starting to get boring? What makes it fun again for you? How do you reignite that spark?
That's a very good question. And I've almost made this video probably 100 different times now where I'm just going to title it I Quit. And that's going to be it. I'm going to talk about like how bad I'm feeling in the moment because I just like, whether it's the ruthless comments that are on social media or whether it's just like, yeah, I'm completely just fatigued right out of trying to be creative and trying to come up with new ideas. It's tough. It's very difficult. But what I find is that like if you push through and even if you're making a video like the video series that I've talked about, that's like the bare minimum and that gets you out and filming content. And when you film content, sometimes ideas just come to you. So like today I've used this example. I was out throwing in a field and while I was out there, I just started filming some other content. I ended up losing a disc in the snow, and that can become its own content. So sometimes you just have to like go through the process and the content comes to you. Other times it's me literally laying in bed at night being like, oh crap, what am I going to do for tomorrow? But for the most part, like, yeah, it's something that if you can push through, and sometimes it can be very difficult, then they'll come to you. The other thing too is like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of amazing, creators that are out there. And so sometimes just scouring the YouTube and figuring out what other folks are doing and then putting your own little spin on it is the perfect way to do it.
Man, I love that so much, Miles. I want to say thank you so much for coming here to hang out with us. Just like Hot Ones, we got a camera here, we got a camera here, we got a camera here. What do you have to plug? You dropped a brand new video today. We want people to head to your YouTube channel. First off, folks, everyone here right now, 126 people, take a couple seconds before we give you this bonus round code in a minute. And please head to Miles's YouTube channel, Miles with a Y of Discs. Subscribe. Give his videos a like. Check out his latest video where he unboxes a killer tour series in a mystery box. He's got some great content. Where his bread and butter content lives, though, is on his Instagram page. We know a lot of you guys love Instagram, so you can follow him on Instagram as well, at Miles of Discs. Before you leave, Miles, we promised the people a special giveaway tonight.
Ooh.
And that special giveaway is going to happen on my Discord screen. How do I get this up? Not gameplay. What do I want to do here? Plus giveaway. Here we go. Do I have it on here? Did I have it on the 3 cams? Sorry guys, 1 second.
While you're doing that, Brandon, there was a question in the chat from Sasha that was asking if I knew who Eva Litsenko is on Team Innova, and I don't know her personally, but I have heard the name and the content and everything that she's doing. She's a, this youth athlete. I think she's like 10 or 12 or something like that, like super young. She's killing it on both like the content and just like skill wise and you name it. So that's definitely a name to look out for.
Love it. Is it here? Hey, I found it. All right. Here's the Discord channel. It's also my messages with Reese. I shouldn't scroll up because then you'll see the pictures he sent me last night. Just joking. Or am I? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys something first. If you go to hashtag React Rules on the Discord server, first off, Global Disc Golf Club. Thank you, Greg Guthrie. What we're going to do is we're going to go invite people here. We got a server link. Hidden use copy button. Whoops, didn't mean to face that. Why does it still say hidden use copy button? I am using the copy button. Copied. There we go.
There you go.
It still says hidden use copy button. What the heck? Never generate a new link.
I can throw it in if you want.
Throw it, please. Go there. It's an amazing place. You go to React Rules. And then 210 people now, folks, have reacted to subscribe to Hops and Heiser. I got to give you guys a shout out because that is the third most subscribed behind Global League and Val League, which is pretty impressive. So let's go, folks. And what I said I would do is go in here and randomly pick someone. Now, I can't copy all of these, but what I can do is I can scroll up and down like this, and I can close my eyes or just look at the screen. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm looking somewhere else. And I'm just going to stop on a name, Reese, okay? Ready? Stop. No way.
Is it you?
Ladies and gentlemen, is Greg Guthrie. Luckiest guy. No one deserves that more than him. Where's my air horn? Where's my air horn? There we go. Greg Guthrie, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take home a custom Miles of Discs mid-range.
Legendary. That's what's up.
Wow. Oh, no. Miles of Disc stamp upgrade. Can pick any disc from his bag and get that Miles of Disc stamp on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know it was possible.
I'll send Greg a message, but he gets that MOD stamp upgrade from Miles of Discs. Anthony Genrich got a MOD custom mid-range. That's 2 of them. We'll give out another one before the end of the night, and a bunch of our random draw winners are going to be getting them too. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. You've been waiting for it a long time. Here is your bonus round event ID, 01YR3R. That is 01YR3R. Pinning it to the top of the YouTube stream. 01YR3R. Putting it in the event description. And you guys can now play Elite Par. With that, we're going to say goodbye to our guest today, Mr. Miles Ladder. Miles, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Before you leave, any last things you want to say to the people?
I just want to say thank you so much. This is, an honor to be here. This is awesome. You guys are a great crew, great community. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Special shout out to Sally and Doug and Holly, the OG mod squad. You guys are all, my biggest supporters, and I appreciate that. Brandon, thank you so much for having me here. You guys are doing such a fun thing, and I love that there's a community that's just like right into it as well too. That passion of just a bunch of nerds hanging out talking about discs, and in this case discs in a game, is just phenomenal. I love it so much.
Well, Miles, we will absolutely have you back on again in the future, buddy. We wish you nothing but the best in your 2025 year with Team Innova, and have a great one, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Right back at you. All right, take care. Have a good one.
That was Miles Ladder, ladies and gentlemen. What a fun guest here on the January edition of Friday Night Flights. We are in our bonus round. The good news, ladies and gentlemen, is no more timers. Reese and I are just going to hang out. We're going to talk for a little bit more. Spend some time with you. Give away some more prizes, Reese. I think give away some more prizes. And just have some fun playing some Disc Golf Valley. Reese is going to play the bonus round. We will stream his bonus round playing live for you guys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Watching Reese play live is always a good time. And we're going to do some more giveaways. So with that, we need another giveaway keyword. And I think I'm going to make our next giveaway keyword donate. DONATE, with the reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to please donate to our donations throughout the night. We've got such a cool She Dies prize to give away, and I just realized I haven't been giving the donations draw any lip service or attention, and we have this beauty, Reese, to give someone tonight.
Good grief, dude.
That is a crazy dyed chameleon explorer. It looks absolutely insane.
It's a chameleon too. That's
lavender
tight.
stamp from She Dies Discs. Just an absolute freaking beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Winner of our donations draw is going to take that home. And then we've got prizes for second place in the donations draw as well. A custom Hops Friday Night Flight disc upgrade. You pick any disc in your bag, upgrade it with a retro Friday Night Flight stamp, and you get a wheel spin for second and third place in our draw. PayPal.me/Hops and Heiser. No, we are not a multi-million-dollar for-profit corporation. No, you are not giving your money to the corporate overlords. You're giving them to the wonderful people who put an incredible amount of time and effort into making this stuff run for you guys. And we don't just do it for that. We do it because we have a hell of a good time doing it. Hops and Heiser's back, folks. It's back. We've got 4 streams in January, and guess what? What did we plan? What did we also plan, Reese? Plan February?
Fun February?
4 streams in February. Want to know how many streams we're going to have in March?
No clue. How many?
4 streams in March. One of those streams, Reese, one of those streams
What?
in March
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a very, very special quarterly event. That's right. Every 3 months in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, Hops and Heiser, led by our new events director, Mr. Weston Nelson, is going to be having a big, large-scale quarterly event. Our first one, March, maybe going to be March Madness themed. Who knows? Maybe some kind of cool bracket. Who knows? But we got some really cool stuff planned for you guys. Hops and Heiser Ball Drop Bonanza again in the year 2025. The Hoppy Awards again in the year 2025. We're back, folks. The passion is back. We're excited. We want to be here, and we know you want these Hops and Heiser streams to continue. And for that to happen, we need the community to grow. So on top of donating, share the streams, folks. Do the people you play disc golf with know about Disc Golf Valley? Do they call you a loser because of how addicted you are to this virtual world? Well, guess what you can do? You can make them losers too, folks. Tell Disc Golf Valley. Tell your friends and family about Disc Golf Valley. Get them to play. Tell the people in your clubs. We can have so much fun as this community grows. I've got so many cool ideas too with a larger community. Thursday Night Throwdowns this month is going to be insane. Red room versus blue room. You pick your qualifier room. If you choose the room that the winner comes from, you get a special bonus prize. We've got some really, really, really cool stuff coming up that we're super excited about. So my question for you, Reese, is outside of Hops and Heiser, what are you most excited about right now with Disc Golf Valley?
Well, man. So my second world stamp hasn't been released yet. I'm really excited about that. That's a big one. I don't know if I think I might have shared some with you, but I'm dabbling in my own kind of artistic endeavors. So
yes, I want you to make me one of these still.
I would like to have a hand in designing my own stamp for the game. And it's difficult because I feel like a disc in a video game is like so much different than like what I'm doing, which is like a block print, you know.
Yeah,
like
but the coolest thing is if you
right?
design something and you give it to Charlie, something you think could never come to life virtually, he'll make it happen. Like he'll do it justice, buddy. It's that's pretty cool. Mod Squad giveaway is done. For those of you typing Mod Squad, you need to go live. Keyword giveaway right now is donate. DONATE, as in donate to our PayPal. We could absolutely use the support. We love you. Thank you all so much. Let's pull up the bonus round scoreboard. See what's happening right now so far in Elite Par. And then, did you start playing yet, Reese? Or
I haven't. No, I'm on Twitch though, so I'll start right now.
All right, why don't you start right now? And first, we'll show the scoreboard. Got some good scores here already. On White Knuckle Ride. But let's go see our host, Mr. Reese Height, live on Twitch, taking a White Knuckle Ride.
These are difficult layouts. So part of what's so interesting, I know, so Greg just had the Survivor Series, right? And he was using these generated layouts where Elite Par is just so difficult, like extremely difficult, you know? And so someone shooting Elite Par in those layouts is just absolutely nuts. And it made me think, well, what about, like, could, like, any player, like, be able to do that? Watch me just botch this right now. Holy cow. So yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that you think you should be able to do, but that doesn't mean you can. It's still like, it's deceptively tricky, and it's not the same thing as like playing a Hops stream where you're just running things and you're able to kind of like just go nuts and have fun with it. You're really trying to be smart with your decisions here and playing the wind, which is what we're talking about. So that's what we're doing. So here, this is going to be one of those shot choices. So I could let the disc fade into the wind if I wanted. I could go forehand here. If I went backhand, I'm going to have to be a lot more touchy with giving this angle so that it finishes straight versus like fading out pretty heavy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go forehand here. I know I'm going to get the distance to get all the way up to the pin. And that's just such an easy shot, right? Look at that. It's a par, but
We haven't done this in a while, Reese, but next donation to come in our donations draw gets a bonus spot in tonight's draw, ladies and gentlemen.
ooh,
Next
yes.
donation to come in gets a bonus spot in tonight's draw, ladies and gentlemen. PayPal.me/Hops and Heiser. Let's try to beef this up a little bit so we can give away some sweet stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. On Hanging with Hops last week, I must have been like high on something because I gave away 2 discs. We got $40 worth of donations, and one of them ended up being someone who lives in Sweden. So that's always nice. So no winners from Sweden tonight, please. No winners from Sweden tonight, please, for the physical
Ruh-roh.
prizes. I love you all in Sweden. We'll figure it out. You're worth it. I promise. It's
They really are. Salt of the earth. Those Swedes. Oh no.
oh, you're getting a lot of these woe lights tonight.
That's okay.
Will he nail it?
The height was right. That's okay. I'll live.
You need to get a shirt that says the height was right.
The height was right. Probably still beating Boyko, so that's okay. So, okay, here's another. So, my normal play here is we're going low with an Enigma, glide skip, just so it can be straight, and I'm doing it on a forehand. This wind is really pushing me towards OB, and it's going to make my disc shorter. It's kind of bringing that corner into danger. So, rather than switching my line, I'm just going to switch discs. I'm going to go to backhand. Again, I'm fading into the wind, which is going to help my disc stay straighter, and it's going to keep me out of danger. So just a backhand. We're playing this for birdie anyway, right? So MBD, we're just going to take our birdie.
I'm putting a 5-minute countdown on the screen, folks, and that's for our donations draw. After that 5 minutes, we are going to run our donations draw this evening. Again, Zinna Zinni, Ezra Heights, Severin, you guys all won $25 Lat 64 gift cards. Send me an email, please. Prizes@hopsandheiser.com. I will get those out to you. Just copying your names here. FNF, Jan 10th. And then I'm going to call out the other winners' names right now, too. Just so you guys know who needs to reach out. Flipper Picker, Basket Assassin, and Anthony Genrich, and we got one more to do. Donate is the keyword, and we're going to run that at the end of this 5 minutes as well, just before we do our donations draw for one more giveaway. I need player IDs from all y'all. Send me an email, prizes@hopsandheiser.com. Prizes@hopsandheiser.com. For the Latitude 64 gift card, nothing. Just send me an email, and I will respond to it with your gift code.
Nice.
Thank you kindly.
Get in there, y'all. Don't forget to email Brandon to miss out on a sweet prize.
Yes, I haven't received any emails yet at prizes@hopsandheiser.com. So don't forget, we will be giving those out on Sundays. So try to get me your emails ASAP. That's Flipper Picker, Basket Assassin, and Anthony Genrich.
Yeehaw. Nice.
Hooah.
Hooah. So, Brandon, what disc would you be most excited to see Isaac Robinson have a signature series of? Holy cow.
Ooh, great question.
Like Explorer, Trust, Fuse.
So
what is he putting his
I
name
think
on?
the Rive. So the Rive is his first pick, but I don't think the Rive's going to be a signature series, because what I think they're going to do is I think they've seen the success some companies like MVP have had, where they got Simon and Eagle to rock less popular disc to help boost some of the sales of them.
Mm-hmm.
A disc that's not less popular, but a staple, an absolute staple of the MVP, or sorry, the Latitude 64 lineup that Isaac will 100% be throwing.
Mm-hmm.
That I think would be cool for him to be having as a tour series to get repopularized is the Brock Foster, the Explorer. That is 100% my pick. I would love to see Isaac Robinson Tour Series Explorers. I think we're going to see Isaac Robinson brand new. Who knows what he's going to end up calling them. I think they'll help him to make some of his own proprietary molds. They have the most state-of-the-art facility in the world for disc production and the opportunity to do some really cool things. So I think the Explorer would be a good choice. I think another disc that would be a good choice is a disc he already said he loves, and that's the Glory. So both of those I think would be great options for Isaac. Minute and a half left to get those donations in, folks. We thank you so much for your support. PayPal.me/Hops and Heiser to get into our donations draw. Your support of the stream seriously goes so much further than you could ever imagine. And myself, Mr. Reese Height, we thank you so kindly for everything. Charlie, the entire crew here at Hops and Heiser. Speaking of the crew here at Hops and Heiser, we've grown, right, Reese?
We sure have.
Reese is our amazing permanent host for Friday Night Flights here and our resident master of the yarn and rubber. It's his new title, Master of Yarn and Rubber. I like that. It actually has a really nice ring to it. We got Mr. Mayor. He is our resident, what's he going to say? And permanent Thursday Night Throwdowns host, and someone that we would not be here without. If it wasn't for Mayor, Hops and Heiser would never have grown to what it was, because I would never have had the support to help continuously run these streams week in, week out without the back end of events mode. So the Mayor's the OG. And then the Hops and Heiser executive team, myself, Brandon, your lead host and president of Hops and Heiser Productions. We got Charlie Weeberry, the creative director and Stamp God, #Stamp God.
Yes, sir.
We have Mr. Drew Ceccarelli. And Drew Ceccarelli is our community liaison and director of prizing here for Hops and Heiser. Ezra Nelson, our lead community specialist and our lead moderator for Hops and Heiser in the chat. And last but not least, a brand new member of the team who's really going to help take things to the next level this year, our new events director, Mr. Weston Nelson. He's already helped up my Discord game. I can now post in your local time. He's going to help me to make sure not only are you more aware of events that are happening, but that we're able to bring some events to you with more relevance. He really has his ear to the ground on what people who play this game a lot want and need, definitely more than I do, being such an active, actually playing member. Westy's really going to help bring our events to the next level. So we're super excited to have Westy on the Hops and Heiser team. And the Wizard says he's still here. I mean, I gave up on asking you, Emil.
The Wiz?
But if you're here on Monday, we may have the Wizard back for Monday Mayhem. Send me a Discord message, Emil. I'll say really weird Swedish words for you on stream. I promise I will.
Ooh la la.
No, that's not Swedish, man. That's French. Speaking of French, I don't know how that segue works at all. It's time for a giveaway.
Yeah, run it.
We, drum roll, ladies and gentlemen, and our final giveaway of the night goes to, can't do Basket Assassin twice in a night. That's crazy. Look at that luck.
That's some
Reroll
luck,
it.
Bubba.
Doug Quam, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Quam. Congratulations, Doug.
What up, Doug, dude? Killing it, bro.
Congratulations, Doug Quam. Let's get over to the iPad here. And let's get over to the iPad so we can spin that wheel.
Wasn't ready for that one.
Spin that wheel, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Quam. No qualm about this one. The prize is going to be fantastic. What are you going to win, Dougie? What are you going to win, Dougie?
What's it going to be?
Miss Miles of Discs, Orbit Svea. He was so close to the custom hops disc. Miles of Discs, Orbit Svea. Hell yeah. Congratulations. And like we said, we're going to turn that into a Miles of Discs custom mid-range. So you get to choose the color, blue, green, purple. And you also get to choose your choice of mid-range and attributes. Send me an email, prizes at hopsandheiser.com. Mr. Doug Quam. You know what? I want to give away one more thing tonight, Reese. One more thing. So let's make the keyword for one more thing. One more thing.
But of course.
With spaces. One more thing, ladies and gentlemen, is our keyword. We're going to do our donation straw right now as well. I want to thank everyone who donated in tonight's donation straw. Jake Hansen snuck in there at the last second.
Attaboy, Jake.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Here is what we do with our donation straw. First thing we do is the list generator. We got 38 names, 38 names, 38 names, 38 names. We're going to get a drum roll. And we are going to shuffle D's. D's have been shuffled.
D's what?
These nuts. Got him.
Thanks for setting me up, buddy. I really appreciated that setup tonight. All right. We get each other, man. It's all right. We got our... I'm so impressed.
Got him.
I'm tired. All right. We got our list. 38, ladies and gentlemen. 1 through 38. Amy's not impressed with me. All right. Our first winner, ladies and gentlemen, of that beautiful Sheetizer disc, number 4.
Ooh, big money.
Number 4 is, oh yeah, Code Blue, ladies and gentlemen. Code Blue, Mr. Chris Coates.
I'm sorry.
#wicked.
Chris Coates, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Code Blue in the chat taking home a beautiful OG Sheetizer Explorer. Chris, huge congrats to you. Next up, thank you so much, DGV Highlights. It has almost been an official year, 5 days. January 15th is when I started. So super excited. Going to be posting a reel. All right, here we go. Next up. Dig the drum roll. 6. I'm like, why the fuck is everyone typing one more thing in the chat? What are these? Number 6 is Sasha Rogers. Sasha Rogers, congratulations to you. You have won a Friday Night Flights disc upgrade and a wheel spin, Sasha. Woo. What are you going to win on that wheel spin? Oh, yeah. Orbit Ice Accurate Sticky River. That's an absolute beauty.
Yes, dude.
Accurate Sticky River for Sasha Rogers and a Friday Night Flights disc upgrade. That means you pick any disc that's in your bag, Sasha, and we will upgrade it with a beautiful retro Friday Night Flights stamp. One more winner before one more thing. That last winner for our donation straw. 27. Mr. Chris Woj. Suck it, Woj. Suck it. Whoa. Suck it.
Surprised that made it onto the soundboard, bro. But
you don't know I do those live? Chris Woj. It's been a while, buddy. And Chris Woj also gets a Friday Night Flights disc upgrade plus a wheel spin, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh. What's it going to be?
And what is Chris going to win with his wheel spin? Here we go. Spin it.
Big money,
Oh,
bro.
$25 Latitude 64 gift card. There we go. We gave away 4 of those babies tonight.
That's big money.
I absolutely love that. Congratulations, Chris Woj, $25 Latitude 64 gift card. All right, here's who needs to email me tonight. Zinni, Ezra Heighton, Severin, and Chris Woj for your gift cards. And I need player IDs from Flipper Picker, Basket Assassin, Anthony Genrich, Doug Quam, Greg Guthrie, and Sasha Rogers and Chris Woj for your beautiful upgrades. I also need to know what all you guys choose. If you need any clarifications, I'll let you know and I'll get back to you. Do your best to get back to me as soon as you can if I send you a response so that we can get you your prizes assigned by Sunday. And remember, anyone who participates in our bonus event has a chance of winning our Elite Par random draw. Anyone who gets 23 down or better is going to take home that Reese Height stock stamp disc.
Ooh.
And the winner is going to get a custom one, baby. As of right now, no one has hit Elite Par.
Legend.
We shall see.
Legendary.
We shall see, ladies and gentlemen, on another edition of Friday Night Flights. My name is Brandon. He is Reese Height. This was an amazing evening. Thank you all so much. Goodbye from me. Reese, anything you want to say to the amazing people before we head out this evening?
Just thanks for hanging. Always happy to be here. Keep it on the fairway. We'll see you next time.
And actually, I do have something I want to add quickly before we go. I made some notes here. So I do want to recap the fact that Reese did an amazing job tonight talking about reading the wind. So first off, there is a more detailed explanation on how to read the wind. In the description of this video, I'm going to tag the video that Stever has put up about reading the wind. So you guys can check that out. Wind in DGV is 2 dimensionals. So unlike real life, no matter what you're doing, when you're aiming downhill into a headwind or a tailwind, you're always going to get that lift. Headwind adds initial lift and turn, but it's going to decrease your distance. Whereas tailwind will lift it initially, but it's going to give the disc its full flight and will add stability and distance. So tailwind, good for distance. Headwind, bad for distance. There's also some really cool math you can do that Reese didn't really get to talking about as much when it comes to your disc and power. But what you really want to think about is kind of what he was talking about is making those decisions. Is based on the wind, do you want to adjust your disc? Do you want to adjust where you're aiming? Do you want to adjust how hard you're shooting it? And that Occam's razor that that Reese talked about in our last stream comes into play here too when it comes to your shot selection for wind reads. Is, you know, the simplest explanation is the best one. Do what's the easiest and the most comfortable for you. The one where you have to assume the least and the one where you have the least negative outcomes. Right? So when you are playing in the wind, think about all those amazing things. Picture this man's handsome mustache beside us and join us. February we have it programmed already. Do you remember what the date is, Reese?
Ooh.
I have it here. Hold on a second. Join us on February the 7th for Friday Night Flights.
Nice.
Bad breaks and head games, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
My name's Brandon. We got Reese over here. This was Friday Night Flights. Have a great night, everyone. See y'all
Later, y'all.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We didn't do the one more thing keyword. We got one more thing. Sorry about that, folks. I got Reese here still too, so we can bring him back on the screen for the giveaway. There we go. One more thing, Reese. One more thing.
One more thing, y'all.
Drum roll. Benjamin Steenhoek.
Nice.
Benjamin Steenhoek. Congratulations,
Spin it.
Benjamin.
What do we got?
We're spinning it for Benjamin.
Worth it, worth it, worth it. Worship.
Ooh, a Friday Night Flights Warship. Congratulations. You picked the attributes. Give us your player ID. Benjamin Steenhoek. Congratulations. Have a great night, y'all. We're gone for real this time. Monday Mayhem. 3 days away. Hopefully you guys can join us. We'll see you then, Europe. Peace.